After the age of 60, the body loses between 1 and 2% of muscle mass every single year. Quietly, like grains of sand slipping through an hourglass. Have you ever felt your legs tremble as you step down a staircase? Or noticed how a chair you have sat in for years suddenly feels like a heavy challenge to rise from? For decades, we believed chicken breast was the gold standard against muscle loss. But science has now proven otherwise. Eating chicken breast alone cannot reverse muscle loss. And sarcopenia, the silent disease of muscle wasting, is still stealing strength and independence from nearly 1/3 of adults over 70. My name is Dr. Paul Harris. In this video, we are going to uncover 6 foods that can rebuild muscle faster after 60. Foods far more powerful than any piece of chicken breast. Stay with me until the end. Food number 2 is almost certainly sitting in your pantry right now. Food number 5 has been shown to transform strength in just a matter of weeks. And the final food, number 1, is a secret that very few doctors ever mention in the clinic. Now let's begin with food number 6, a vegetable most people overlook, yet it has shocked the entire medical community. Food number 6, bitter gourd. Bitter gourd. At first glance, bitter gourd does not look appetizing at all. Its skin is rough and its taste is harsh, but this very vegetable is a powerful silent weapon for older adults fighting muscle loss. Unlike chicken breast, which only provides protein, bitter gourd works at the root cause: unstable blood sugar and insulin resistance. These are the very culprits that make muscles waste away, even if you are eating enough protein. Why is it that so many people after 60 grow weaker despite eating balanced meals? One of the main reasons is unstable blood sugar and insulin resistance. When blood sugar spikes, the body releases insulin to push glucose into cells. But over time, cells stop responding. That leftover sugar lingers, silently damaging blood vessels, nerves, and yes, your muscles. This is why legs grow weaker, muscles shrink, and the risk of falling rises, even though the diet appears healthy. Science shows that bitter gourd contains active compounds that act almost like natural insulin. In fact, a 2011 study found that bitter gourd extract lowered blood sugar by up to 24% in patients with type 2 diabetes. And when blood sugar stays stable, your muscles finally get consistent nourishment, instead of being slowly poisoned by excess glucose. But that is not all. Bitter gourd is also rich in vitamin C, vitamin E, and potassium. These nutrients support collagen production, improve nerve-muscle communication, and maintain fluid balance inside the cells. This is not just about holding onto muscle. It is about restoring strength and vitality to aging bodies. Simple way to use it: slice it thin, soak in salted water for 10 minutes to reduce bitterness. Then stir fry with eggs, add to soup, or juice it if you are used to the taste. Have you ever tried bitter gourd? If so, how do you prepare it? Soup, stir fry, or juice? Share in the comments below. Your recipe might help someone else reclaim their muscle strength. Do not look away, because the next food, at number 5, is so familiar that you have almost certainly had it with a regular meal. But few people know that science has proven it can cut the risk of frailty by more than 30% in older adults. Can you guess what it is? Let's find out. Food number 5, black beans. At first, you might think of black beans as just a humble, inexpensive dish. But behind their simple appearance lies a muscle-protecting power that chicken breast could never deliver. Chicken breast only gives you protein. Black beans give you so much more: plant-based protein, fiber, magnesium, potassium, and powerful antioxidants. Together, they create a double shield, nourishing muscles while protecting them from inflammation, unstable blood sugar, and premature aging. A 2017 study published in the Journal of Nutrition and Healthy Aging showed that seniors who ate beans regularly had up to a 31% lower risk of muscle weakness. Another trial, published in Diabetes Care, found that eating rice with black beans reduced post-meal blood sugar spikes by as much as 45%. And stable blood sugar means your muscles are steadily fueled, rather than silently eroded. I think of one of my patients, Rosa, age 70, a retired seamstress. She came to me exhausted, saying that even after dinners of chicken breast and white bread, she felt dizzy and drained. I suggested she add black beans to her meals, maybe in soup or mixed with brown rice. Just a few weeks later, she returned with a smile. She told me, "I finally have enough energy to tend my garden again, without worrying about collapsing from weakness." That was not just a small improvement. It was a turning point that gave her back her joy for life. How about you? Do you often eat black beans? And what is your favorite way to prepare them? Sweet soup, savory stew, or mixed with rice? Share your answer below. Your tip could be the key that helps someone else find their strength again. If black beans bring slow and steady strength through nourishment, then the next food is an ancient grain so powerful it almost seems unbelievable. It is considered a complete protein, containing all 9 essential amino acids that aging bodies can no longer make on their own. Food number 4. Amaranth grain. Amaranth. This is a grain once worshipped by ancient civilizations. Modern science has now confirmed its true value. Tiny as it looks, amaranth is a complete protein. That means it contains all 9 essential amino acids that the body cannot produce on its own after 60. This makes it far superior to plain white rice or ordinary bread. And it explains why ancient cultures once called amaranth the food of warriors. A 2014 study, published in Food Chemistry, showed that protein from amaranth is easier to digest and absorb than soybeans or wheat. That is critical for older adults whose digestive systems are no longer as strong. But that is just the beginning. Amaranth also carries magnesium to relax muscles, iron to form red blood cells, calcium to strengthen bones, and squalene, a rare compound that shields cells from aging. I remember William, age 74, a retired bus driver. He told me that even though he ate chicken breast every single day, his body often felt drained. Sometimes he would get dizzy just from standing up. I advised him to replace part of his dinner rice with a bowl of amaranth porridge. Only weeks later, he returned with a wide smile and said, "Doctor, I can climb the stairs without gasping for breath. My grip is steadier, and I even sleep deeper at night." For him, amaranth was not just food. It was the return of his strength. What about you? If you had to replace part of your daily white rice, would you be willing to choose amaranth? Would you make porridge, cook it into rice dishes, or try baking with it? Share in the comments, because your answer might inspire hundreds of others. If amaranth slowly restores strength night after night, food number 3 works more like a powerful boost right away. This one is made from fermented soybeans. Not only is it packed with protein, but it also contains beneficial bacteria that help your body absorb nutrients faster and more effectively. And that secret is Tempeh, a nutritional treasure from Indonesia that modern science is now praising. Food number 3, Tempeh. Tempeh. You may not have paid much attention to it, but Tempeh is a hidden gem for muscles after 60. Unlike chicken breast, which only offers plain protein, Tempeh gives you much more. Thanks to the natural fermentation process, its protein becomes easier to digest. It is also richer in leucine, the amino acid that activates muscle building. Most importantly, Tempeh carries probiotics, friendly bacteria that strengthen your gut. This means your body can actually absorb the nutrients you eat, instead of wasting them. I think of Margaret, age 68, a retired librarian. She ate chicken breast daily, but still felt weaker every day. Her legs grew unsteady when walking. When I suggested she add Tempeh to her dinners, just a few slices stir-fried with vegetables each week, she came back later and said, "Doctor, my stomach feels lighter, less bloated. And the biggest surprise is my legs feel stronger. I can now walk in the park without stopping halfway." You see, strength does not just come from how much protein you eat. It depends on how much your body can actually absorb. Science agrees. A 2019 study in the Journal of Functional Foods showed that fermented soy products like Tempeh increased muscle protein synthesis in older adults by 18%, compared to plain soy. Another study, published in Nutrients, found that seniors who ate fermented foods regularly had stronger hand grip and faster walking speed. These are the key factors that determine independence after 60. How about you? Have you ever tried tempeh? Or would you like me to suggest a few easy ways to cook it for beginners? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your experience might motivate someone else to rediscover their strength. If tempeh unlocks the gut so you can make use of every nutrient, then food number 2 comes from the ocean. Small in size, yet so nutrient-rich that even a small serving can increase muscle building by nearly 20%. And that food is mussels, once considered a luxury, but in reality, a powerful way to transform strength after 60. Food number 2, mussels. Unlike chicken breast, which only provides plain protein, a small portion of mussels delivers a complete nutrition package. That includes high-quality protein, omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin B12, iron, and selenium. These are all nutrients that the aging body is often starved of. I remember Eleanor, age 71, a grandmother who adored her grandkids but found her legs growing weaker. Just climbing a few steps left her exhausted. She told me she was tired of eating chicken breast every day with no improvement. I suggested she try mussels, just twice a week, steamed or added to soup. Weeks later, she returned with joy. "Doctor, I feel less joint pain. Climbing stairs is no longer a struggle. And best of all, I finally have the energy to play with my grandkids again." That was a real change, not just numbers on a study, and science confirms it. A 2015 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that older adults who ate seafood rich in omega-3 south, like mussels, had 19% higher rates of muscle protein synthesis than those who did not. Meaning, even without lifting weights, their bodies still built muscle faster. What makes mussels special is that they do not just build. They protect and repair. Vitamin B12 keeps nerves functioning. Omega-3 reduces inflammation in muscle. Selenium shields cells from premature aging. In other words, mussels are like a team that builds, maintains, and fuels your strength. What about you? Have you ever tried mussels to reverse muscle loss after 60? And if so, how do you enjoy them steamed, grilled, or in soup? Share your answer in the comments. Your recipe might be the one that helps someone else rescue their muscle health. If mussels bring the power of the ocean, then food number 1 is the one that truly shocked the scientific community. Because it is not meat, and it is not a large seafood. It is a small, humble ocean vegetable, but do not let its size fool you. Seaweed carries rare minerals and antioxidants that protect muscle and supercharge your cellular energy, making people feel younger day by day. And that food is seaweed. Food number 1, seaweed. Many people think of seaweed as just a strip of nori for sushi, or a few strands of wakame floating in soup. But science sees seaweed as a treasure chest of nutrients that can protect and regenerate muscle after 60. Far more powerfully than chicken breast ever could. I think of Henry, age 70, a retired mail carrier. He told me that every time he climbed stairs, his legs shook as if they might give way. Just a few steps left him exhausted. When I suggested he add seaweed to soups and salads a few times a week, it was not long before he came back, amazed. "Doctor, I never thought seaweed could do this. But now I climb stairs without wobbling." Henry's story is proof that sometimes small changes can make the biggest difference in muscle strength. So what is the secret? Research shows seaweed contains rare compounds like fucoxanthin, fucoxanthin, and fucoidan. These unique antioxidants protect mitochondria, the energy factories inside your muscle cells. When mitochondria are strong, your muscles have the fuel they need to perform and recover. A 2017 study in marine drugs found that older adults who ate seaweed at least 3 times a week had 25% greater leg strength than those who did not. That finding alone forced many experts to rethink the role of this humble ocean vegetable, but there is more. Seaweed also provides iodine to nourish the thyroid, the organ that regulates metabolism and protein usage. A healthy thyroid means more flexible, enduring muscles. Add in vitamin K and calcium to strengthen bones and lower fall risk, along with soluble fiber to stabilize blood sugar, and you get a food that silently protects your muscles on every level. Closing, so there you have it. 6 foods that outperform chicken breast when it comes to rebuilding muscle faster after 60. Bitter gourd. A humble vegetable that strikes at the root cause of muscle loss. Black beans, steady energy and stable blood sugar. Amaranth grain, tiny seeds that nourish muscle, bone, and nerves. Tempeh, protein plus probiotics to help your body absorb every nutrient. Mussels, the strength of the ocean, fueling both muscles and nerves. And finally, seaweed, protecting muscle cells from the inside out, giving power back to every step you take. Sarcopenia is not destiny. Aging does not have to mean weakness. If you just start adding 1 or 2 of these foods to your meals this week, you might be surprised by the change. Now I would love to hear from you. How old are you, and which of these foods will you try first? Leave your answer in the comments. I will be reading each one. And do not forget, my next video will reveal a 3-minute morning habit that can completely transform your leg strength. Hit that subscribe button now so you will not miss it. Stay strong, my friend.